4,000 kilometers.
45 days.
Through snow, rain and 24 hours of daylight.
To cross the Arctic Circle and reach the capital of the North.
We want to know how cheap we can travel 4,000 kilometers in Norway by only using the concept of Workaway and our social network.
Wanna know how it went?
This week in Workaway Travel Series.
Because these are too thick, so we're gonna split them in half. And unlike Finland, and we put over this thing to cover the plants, and that's because they're coming like straight from the greenhouse.
Grass will sort of stop growing, and then new material will grow on top of the cardboard.
So we're now getting some meat from the private area from HANNE. We're bringing it to her barn. To put it in even more small pieces, like this. And then she uses it to warm up her house. But not now, because it's summer, because she's harvesting now for the winter. Safety first.
I feel like I'm gonna die. Operation splitting wood. Because these are too thick, so we're gonna split them in half. And unlike Finland, here we have a machine. In Finland we just use our bare hands with the axe. I'm scared now. I want to go home. Here we see the difference between some nicely stacked wood, made by me of course, where they're all like nice and flat here at the surface. And here we see Bastiaan's work. We see how they are not a straight line, like all on the wall, but of course it's still beautiful. I'm proud.
Okay, today we are planting sugar peas, so we need to make sort of a fence for them to climb on. So then we need these tiny trees. We will use them as a support and then make the fence between. So let's go cutting. You are making, you can have one always on the end because it will climb on the tree itself. And then we will start, you will have on each side. And a good idea to do is like if this is on this side, you put this, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there will be like 6 eggs. I just empty the box. Do you know that this plant is a catcher of nitrogen?
No, I didn't know.
So this is a very, very good plant to have in our kitchen garden because all the plants, living plants, needs nitrogen. And when you are growing ecological, it's quite hard to find nitrogen. Okay, and then with all plants, you can actually leave them in the lowest leaf underside. And try not to pack it hard because I can feel that the soil is a bit wet and a bit cold. And it's coming from the greenhouse, so it will have a little shock now. You see how fluffy I make the soil. So make it fluffy, but make sure it has support, so it's not falling over. And actually, I could have planted it a bit closer to the string. So now you see why the next string needs to be quite close, because this one wants to climb. And then we are making this microclimate zone for the plant. And then we use this nice cover we have. Hey, good luck.
I like it, we're learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also an idea. I want to show young people growing ecological in the Arctic.
So we finished the sugar piece rows and we put over this thing to cover the plants, and that's because they're coming like straight from the greenhouse, so they're not used to like straight sun, so they will get kind of like sunburned, they will get a shock, and that's why we're having this over them for 3 to 4 days so they can slowly get used to the sun. And also the soil here is kind of like cold compared to the exotic greenhouse. So that's already one shock. So we're just trying to protect the plants.
So the idea of using cardboard is that you put it directly on the ground, and because it's not coming any light down, this grass will sort of stop growing, and then new material will grow on top of the cardboard. So you put the cardboard on top of the ground, and then Steph will show you how you will put the potatoes in, and then we put growing materials on top, and then through the whole summer I will add new grass on top. Seaweed we both use as a fertilizer because it's a lot of good stuff in it. these are our potatoes from last year, and when you want to grow new potatoes in April, or you bring them out and give them lots of light, and then they will start growing the roots and the system for putting new potatoes. But because when this is connected in some growing material, soil, or preferable soil, it will grow out long arms in a way, and new baby potatoes will get on these arms. And that's why we need to, as it grows, because it will grow out and a little bit down, but out and a little bit up, you need to add more soil, or in this case new grass, to cover it, because otherwise it thinks, oh, this is enough, now I can see the sky, I will stop growing new potatoes. But as you keep it dark, it will make more and more new potatoes.
As you can see, we did a great job. Potatoes and beans are planted and wood is stacked for the next coming winter. As you know, we're now at our new host, HANNE, in Tromsø. And this is what you'll see
next week in Workaway Travel Series. On this beach we have a lot of sea sausages.
Hello.
Hello.
So
Currently 1